And now back to tonight's top story. A lesson teens and even adults don't seem to be getting. John Stofflet joins us now live from our studio's parking lot with more. John?
Well, Lee, no doubt somebody out there on the Beltline is doing it right now. They are texting and driving. Kathy Seigert Ensley lost her life in the amount of time it took her to look down at a text. And tonight, her daughter is sharing the story of her mother's tragic death and hopes you'll think twice before you ever text and drive again.
They are cherished images from the album of Stephanie Klock's life.
She was honestly my best friend. Everything that I wanted to be, everything I, hoped that I could be like her.
But there will be no new pictures added of the mother Stephanie held so dear.
She's not going to be at my wedding. She's not going to be there when I have kids. She won't be there for any of my special moments. That all hits you in one big punch. It's too soon, was all I thought. It's too soon.
On the night of March 9th, 2010, her mother, 51-year-old Kathy Seigert Ensley, was driving home from work when she made a fatal mistake.
I had gotten a text message from a person, looked down to take the text message and didn't see that a semi-truck had pulled out across the lanes of Highway 51. So her car went straight under the truck. She didn't hit the brakes. She was killed instantly, thank God. It was a tough situation.
It's still hard for her to believe that just days before, her mom had helped pick out Stephanie's wedding gown. They had a special dinner together.
We had a really good time. It was a good memory to finish out on, but if you would know, give them an extra hug, spend a couple extra minutes, but you never know. You never know when something like that's going to happen.
Like Kathy, more than 16,000 Americans over a recent 6-year period have lost their lives while texting and driving.
One study shows that texting while driving increases your risk of having a crash more than 23 times over unimpaired driving. That same study shows the driver looks down at their phone for about 5 seconds before the crash instead of looking at the road. And if you're driving at highway speed, you're going to travel more than the length of a football field in those 5 seconds.
Stephanie understands as both a firefighter EMT with the DeForest Area Fire Department and now as a grieving daughter, how dangerous distracted driving can be.
They don't stop to think twice that driving needs your attention more than that text message. There's nothing that you need to know off of that phone that can't wait 10 minutes till you get to your destination.
She was my rock.
She speaks at DeForest High School's mock crash, hoping her loss will help students gain an understanding of the dangers of texting and driving.
There's joy looking at these pictures, but what's the toughest part?
Knowing that I won't get any more. Knowing that what I have is what I have. There's not going to be any more. That's it. So it's wonderful to have the pictures, but it's hard to know that I won't have any more to add to my album.
Now, Stephanie says it means so much to hear from people who say they won't text and drive anymore after hearing her story. She says the thought that someone else's life might be saved someday means her mother didn't die in vain. And she adds, if you won't stop to save your own life, think about those you might injure when your car